Welcome to Finca Live. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. Good morning, everybody.
Welcome back to the Finca.
A very windy Finca this
cold
morning.
And windy.
Very cold and windy.
The wind is bitter. I've just been outside. Crikey, it's cold.
Yes.
We're lucky we're going to see 10 degrees Celsius today.
Yeah. And the forecast snow for Wednesday, so we shall see.
Essentially, yeah.
We shall see.
Yes, it might not be that cold for some of you, but for us, we're not used to it and it's freezing.
Yes.
So, what we on? The cooker over there.
Dried out beautifully. We'll show you in a minute the grouting now that it's dried. It's lightened up and it's a fantastic colour against the tiles.
Yeah.
So very happy with that. So we're going to move on to this.
Yes,
now.
Our next mission is going to be getting this tile with the marble as well.
Yeah.
We cleaned it all up, sanded it all down the other day. It's nice and flat and lovely. And I think the first thing we're going to do is bring them all through, lay them out, see what we need to cut.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And so here are the tiles from yesterday. Now that the grout's dried, it's a nice lighter colour. Don't worry about the edging, because remember we've got to have that piece of steel that's going to trim all the way around. But they're looking fab.
So after much fiddling and messing about, we've selected these, tried to get the best face for the front, tried to get them all a similar height. There's going to be quite a few cuts, as you can see, in the centre here and down the back. So I've tried to select ones here that have got the veins, the deep veins, the quartz running through them, because they do tend to break when you cut them, to leave the ones without that much quartz in. It's quite a bit of work to do them, and I think I don't think it does matter if we break them, because we can repair them if they break on the quartz, like we did in there. We'll show you that in a bit as well. So now, yeah, we're pretty much where we want to be, I think. So time to start cutting, I think. Righto, so I'm going to cut this middle one first. Sorry if it's a bit dark. We got the back door shut and everything. I can't put these lights on because they just flare out. It's blowing an absolute hoolie out there. So I'm going to brave the weather and I'm going to cut one long one, I think, off the full side of one to go in that gap there. Or I'm going to try, I've cut quite a few of them now, so I'm getting the hang of it a bit, so let's see what I can do. There we go, look at that. No breakages. Nice straight cut, happy. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 more to do, and then a little bit for the bottom there. So I'm going to crack on. So far so good. 1, 2, 3, 4 done. 2 more. I've still had no breakages, so fingers crossed on the last 2. Right, so phase 1 is complete. Rolling. They now need laying and levelling, but I think I'm going to leave that till tomorrow to come at it with a fresh head, but looking pretty good so far.
And these are the tiles in the little bar area. We've cleaned those up now after grouting them yesterday. They're probably not perfect. These were the first ones we did, so you know, we're learning all the time. We've never worked with marble before, but I think they look great for first try.
You probably noticed there are quite a lot of cracks, holes in them, especially in this bit over here. We are going to fill those in. We have an idea for it. We filled some in the passageway. They worked out great. So we're going to do the same here, especially as we're potentially going to have food and stuff on it. This one again, there's some more. Yes, these are not your polished toned marble that you buy. It's just, I don't know, pretty rough and ready, is that the word for it? Very, very old and very, very used, but very, very full of character and very, very cheap, being free. Right, okay, so the time has come. It's bitterly cold outside, would you believe it? I'm going to start off, I'm going to do this middle one first, because that's more proud. as I said before, I don't want to grout them in, I just want to put the joints up, but they're going to need to be absolutely perfect. I'm under no illusions that it's going to be quite difficult. So I'm going to start with this, which is the highest one, the thickest one, and get that one in, probably work along all the little ones at the back, and then level these to bring them to the levels that I want. They're not going to move at all, their own weight will hold them in place. They just need a bit of perhaps a bit of dot and dab silicone just to stop them sliding. I've got some fine aggregate here which I'm going to use to support them underneath, so we better stand on it if we need to, if we feel that way inclined and they won't snap. So we'll start here. Just put a little bit in the middle because I noticed there was a little gap in the middle there. What I don't want to do, I could use it like a fine tile adhesive and stick them down, but because we said before the wood does move quite a lot, well, a reasonable amount. If the tiles are stuck to it, there's a chance that the joints will open up or it'll crack the tiles. Get in there. That's pretty good. Right, so I shall crack on. I hope you can make that out in this light. What I've done, I've just put a bit under there must be a dip in my board in the centre, ever so slightly, but if you can see in there, the aggregate that's in is totally flat, which means it's supporting the tile in the middle, so therefore the first one is in. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to run a blob of silicone down the sides just to fix them in place, and then I'll probably start and get those back ones done. Same principle really. If I can find my silicone, I'll get him stuck. So he's in, he's stuck. I've just put some under the back one there. I'm just going to use a straight edge of this piece of wood to get the joint dead level. Something like that. Oh yes, it's got to be perfect. This is going to be the difficulty. That's pretty nice actually, that's good. Carry on, I'm going to get those two back ones in, and then probably that side. We'll get them done, same principle. Righty fab, I've got this one in, I've got all the back row in, they're all pretty nicely perfect. Then we've got a couple of little wedges in, just to hold them where I want them. I think I'm going to leave them a little while just to go off a bit, because they do move so easily when they got the silicone underneath them. They're very, very slippy. So yeah, we'll let them go off a bit.
So whilst Andy's doing that, I'm going to get on and get this trim oiled. Wait for it to dry, and then the whole lot needs a second coat, so I'll get that done.
So far, so good. Just want to get this, we've got absolutely perfect joint there. This is the last one on this side. He lies pretty good as he is. So, it's not easy though. Just sort of lifting up a fraction at the back, and then the rest can just be stuck down. Right then, let's try this. Now, of course I've got to stop Alfie from jumping on them, but having said that, the tiles are that heavy, weight probably won't make much difference. That's perfect. Just got to tap this side down now to bring it level with this one. There we go. Right, there we go. Tense moments, but they're all in. I'm trying different lights for you, so it's not the best in here, but they're all pretty much super level and flat, and yeah, so I need to let them dry now before we can do anything else with them. There's another view from a different angle. trying to put some perspective on it for you. Super. And here's a bit of a round. There's the cooker over there, the cave, and the wall that needs its second coat of lime. But yeah, we're getting closer to getting this floor down. So next on the agenda, I can't do anything with this certainly until tomorrow now, until it's all gone solid. The next thing we need to do is give this wall another coat of lime wash. Hopefully one coat will be enough, we don't know. But in the meantime, I can clear all this lot out of the way, tools that have accumulated over the days and weeks while we've been doing stuff. We don't need any of them anymore, I don't think. So, to give us a head start, the floor is looming ever closer. May as well get this lot out of the way and have a clear space. There we go, as if by magic. The other thing we need to think about is a light for up here. I'm going to be putting a table in here, not a massive one, but a table all the same. It'd be nice to have a light above it. If you saw a way earlier video, I found a piece of live edge timber in the workshop which I made a light for upstairs out of. About that big, very nice. I'll try and find a picture of it. Something similar up here just over the table would be quite smart as well, I think. Another thing to think of, I'm just waiting for something to come along that's suitable to do it with. So yeah, cool, get Henry out now, give it all a good clean up. We can start lime washing this. There's a bit of rubble down here, needs to go. There's going to be all kinds going on there. We're having tiles on this old lime creep bit and in front of the cabinet there. When we run out of tiles, we're going to put stones down like we've done in the rest of the place, so that can stay for now. And of course, back in the passageway, we're doing this simultaneously with the kitchen. We need to grout in around the edge of these tiles. I'm just going to use lime to match up to the wall, because the wall needs patching up a little bit. I'm going to mask them off though first, so I don't get anything on the tiles. We get a nice straight edge. Oops, noisy. Then we can blend it in with the existing lime wash on there. So I'll get that done and then get a little mix on and see where we're at. We've also got this wall under here to do as well. We've got it all to do, as always. Let's do it. Fill the gap up. These finishing jobs take the most time. Would you believe it? Take forever sometimes, don't they? Blend that in so we've not got a line. That's it. Super. Okay, I'll carry on. So there we go, the whole of that room is now ready for lime washing. Excellent, let that dry, give it a brush off as always, and hopefully it'll be undetectable. I might actually leave this tape on until it's lime washed. I'll confer with Sharon, she's just gone shopping, so I shall confer with her when I get back. But it might be easy to just lime wash it up, match it all in, and then take the tape off after. Kind of makes sense. Right, so we're there, or thereabouts. Final jobs before we start on the floor. Sharon's going to give this wall a second coat. Hopefully, a second coat will be enough. And I'm going to get this worktop sealed, ready. Then we can do this. I've taken the tape off in the passageway there because to leave it on when it was lime washed, it would leave proper clinical straight lines, and this place doesn't do clinical straight lines. They just look really odd, I think. So we're just going to do a nice hand straight line on it. It doesn't need to be done yet, but these do, so we can start on this. I've filled a lot of the holes in with sand and lime, being that this is a sort of variation of limestone. It seems to have worked alright, you can't even tell them. Cleaned it all down earlier. I'm just going to slap it on with a brush and wipe it off with a cloth. I'm going to give it about half an hour and then wipe it off with a cloth. Literally just slap it on. All these little veins in it, once they've had an initial seal, they should fill with the linseed oil, which will then harden, give us a nice surface. So get it done and see what it looks like in a little while.
Right, on with the wall. Let's see what the second coat comes out like. Careful not to get it on the beams.
It's my job.
Yes, Andy's very good at that.
So we've got a coat on this. Once again, it's not easy to show you, but I'm just going to leave it on for half an hour. It does soak in, and some of the tiles become like patchy looking, but when we rag it all off, it should all become uniform. I want it to soak into the pores and into those veins to seal them up properly. We kind of want it shiny like this in the end, whereas I think the floor, we're just going to leave them as they were, but just use that a stone sealer on that doesn't change the effect of them. But we'll come to that when we get there. I've still got 60 tiles to sand down yet. So yes, anyway, I'll let this dry and then we'll come back to it. So while I'm waiting for that to go off, I'm going to clean this door up, ready for lime washing before we lime wash, ready for linseed oil before we lime wash the walls, so we don't get any mess on the walls. It's the original door, no idea how old it is, but but it's also very dusty.
So about halfway there, as you can see, it goes back transparent when you put the second coat on, so it looks a real mess, but it always does, and we know when it dries out it'll be fine, so I'm not worrying too much about that. So many little dimples and holes and everything I'm trying to fill as I go. I don't want to put it on too thick because then it goes crazy, like, yeah, crazes. I guess that's what you'd call it.
So the door's cleaned, looks a lot better already. I think I'm probably going to oil it before we do the lime washing. I've just vacuumed all this around here as well, so that's all ready for lime washing. There's my pot of oil. I'm going to start on this door frame, give that a little bit longer. See if we can revitalise it. It's looking pretty glassy. I'm still going to rag it off though, because we've got 8 cats that love to jump on it and we need to get it dry. I'm just going to wipe over it. Should have all soaked in now. And by doing that, we spread the excess onto the bits where it's soaked in more. Wonderful. There we go, look at that. Just got to let it dry now and keep the cats off it, because they're a nightmare. This will be covered in hairs and all sorts of things. But yeah, very, very happy with that so far.
Right, so that's done. As I say, it looks very, very patchy in areas, but hopefully when it dries it'll be okay. Fingers crossed, because I hate doing things twice, never mind 3 times. I've said this before, so yeah, just a waiting game now. Wait and see what it looks like in the morning.
Right, so I'm wandering about with the camera. I'm not sure that should be allowed. Sharon's tucked it in the bottoms down here, and the bit we just patched up. And look at the door, what a difference. Can you see it? It's shiny and brown. It took litres, well not literally, but it felt like it. So that's a lot better. So we're all ready for lime wash in here, and depending on how this wall dries, and it's looking quite promising, ready to do the floor in here. Fantastic progress. That makes me happy. I've given the front of the cooker surround another coat of oil, and this over here is actually looking quite nice as well. That might be the final result on that. We'll have to see.
Well,
I think we've made great progress.
Yeah, we've done all that we can do for today. We've got to wait now until this is dry. It's taking some time because temperature's not great today. And challenges, Andy said he's going to keeping the kitties off there.
Yeah, so considering actually throwing an old sheet over it.
Yeah, might be an idea.
Just for the night.
Yeah.
See what happens. We can always bring it back in the morning if we need to. So yeah.
The wall's drying out nicely, so fingers crossed I don't have another coat to do on that. And that little area that I touched up in the bar is looking good. The door, the old door, looks amazing.
Amazing,
to say,
it?
You know, it's probably 100 years old and it looks absolutely brand new. Fantastic, yeah.
The power of linseed oil.
Yeah. So we're going to call it a day for now. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
Thank you to all our subscribers and all our Patreons, everybody that's bought us a coffee.
Or a hot chocolate.
Or a hot chocolate.
It's supposed to be warm. It's supposed to be 22 degrees Celsius on Sunday.
On Sunday, but the forecast for
Warmer
tomorrow
overnight.
Originally was snow, so we shall see. It's crazy weather at the moment.
Bonkers. So there we go. So we'll see you on the next one.